What's up, guys? I'm Alex and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about 13 reasons why, and mainly why the first season's message wasn't very good, and how the second season was much more brutal and more graphic, but completely undercuts what the first season said. If you guys haven't seen the show, I do recommend it. Whoever's dealing with any sort of crisis, you should watch it with someone, mostly because of its, well, you know, it deals with a lot of difficult messages, stuff that normally you wouldn't even see on TV, but also I'm going to be talking about spoilers, so click away if you haven't seen it also. So the first season was a pretty simple plot. It was all of these teenagers getting these tapes from a dead girl who just committed suicide, and in those tapes it was her reasons why she killed herself, and the people who got those tapes were those reasons of why she killed herself. And I did at first, you know, I really thought about it, and most of those characters didn't really need to be on those tapes because they really didn't do anything wrong. I feel like it was just her being sad for herself, and she wanted other people to sort of chase her, and she wanted to be the victim, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like that person that wants people to, you know, just for like attention. They want them to chase, they want people to chase them, to ask about them, to ask if they're okay. And I'm not saying that suicide is ever the answer. I didn't think that she needed to do that. I do think that she should have talked to someone, no matter who it was, anyone. You know, and suicide is probably the worst decision you can ever make, because not only are you're gonna ruin the lives of the people around you, the people that love you the most. And I feel like the second season is primarily about that. It's when a person commits suicide, how do the people around them who love them deal with that? Because when a person commits suicide, the people around them start to think that, oh, I could have stopped them, I could have done something. But, you know, Hannah leaving those tapes to just the people that supposedly were the reasons that she killed herself, made an even worse problem, honestly, because that's pretty much evidence right there. And she could have just done pretty much a tape for Bryce, but I feel like this second season you can't really trust her now with what she says, because now everyone is on trial. Everyone is speaking their truth, speaking with what really happened there, and it just shows that she was very unreliable on her truth, and how, you know, it could have gone a certain way, and it's pretty much, I feel like it is left to interpretation of who you're gonna believe, you know, Hannah or them. Like, for instance, the characters that I feel that shouldn't really be on the tapes are more, you know, Zach and Clay. Who else? I feel like, oh yeah, I forget his name. It's the gay dude that's not Tony. I felt that he didn't have to be on it either, because he took a poem, but the poem was anonymous, and only she knew that, and no one would ever figure out that it would be her. So she got mad in that first season at him, and that's why she quit that whole poetry class. But no one even knew it was her, so what was the deal? So that's just my opinion. But anyway, this second season is just brutal. It's insanely graphic. Like, there are some, you know, moments that I was, my bone, like my skin just started to crawl and I got chills and I got really hot, and it was like wow, they actually did that. And I feel like everyone's gonna be talking about this, really. It's in the final episode, and it's a scene that I was not expecting. You know, I was expecting something more like a beat up, just a normal beat up, but no, it was the scene where Tyler's in the bathroom and he's washing his hands, and as he is about to finish, Montgomery and his group, not that group, but he had his own like little group, and they walk up to him, and Montgomery is mad because his season championship just got canceled because of the whole Bryce thing. And it was really more Bryce's fault, really. I don't know why he had to put the whole blame on Tyler. I felt that is because he thought Tyler was an easier target, but there's really never a reason to do such a thing. But anyway, Tyler begins to try to calm him down, more like talk to him, tell him that, you know, I went to this program, you know, I'm trying to be better, you know, it wasn't really my fault, you know, I'm sorry for everything. But Montgomery is so caught up in his hatred and anger and frustration, it's just ignorance, that he does something that no one should ever do. And I don't even know how he feels about it after that. Like, did he even feel bad? Did he not? Is he just crazy? But Montgomery, or they call him Monty also, he straight up slams Tyler's head into the mirror, cracking it, and then slamming his head 3 times, I counted, on the sink. And right after that, he drags him straight into the toilet and smashes his head into the toilet, into the water, and tries to drown him. Not only that, he asks his goons, his group, to basically hold him down while Montgomery grabs a broom, which is, why is there even a broom in a bathroom? I've never actually seen a broom in a bathroom in a public school, because usually janitors usually have them in like their closets, you know, their little storage area. But anyway, Montgomery grabs a broom, grabs the stick, he pulls down Tyler's pants, and he immediately pushes it in there into, you know, his area, and so hard and so far that there's blood, and it's pretty much Tyler got raped. He got raped. And I thought that was the craziest scene ever, because first of all, it's just sad to think that at a school that the athletes are the ones that rule the school, really. And Tyler, I felt, was just misunderstood. You know, I feel like that's why when Tyler wants to go shoot up the school, because of how mad he is, Clay's the one to calm him down, because Clay knows where he's been. He knows how hard it is to find happiness, to find someone. And not to mention how the friends that he had throughout the season just immediately abandoned him because of the fact that, well, he goes on a date with one of his friend's sisters, and Tyler begins kissing her in a theater, and tensions arose, and he got really excited, and he ejaculated his pants. And that's probably one of the reasons why he was embarrassed. He didn't really want to say anything. But after that, you know, the girl that he was kissing told someone, and then it told another person, and then so on and so forth. And it caused an even bigger problem for him, you know. I feel that he's just a misunderstood person, and how they ended the season was just completely completely unnecessary. You know, the first season I felt should have been a one-off season. You know, just one and done. And a lot of the cast of 13 Reasons Why and the author even said themselves that they wanted it to be just a one and done season, but I felt that the reason they probably made this season was to I feel like it was also a cash grab. You know, I do think that they dealt pretty well with the whole Me Too situation, the Me Too movement. Because we never really see a male getting a male sexual assault, you know what I mean? Because that doesn't really happen as much. And you know, the people at the school are just crazy. They're not gonna do anything. And the arguments that the school had, and I honestly absolutely hated the lawyer for the school against Hannah Baker in that case, because all the evidence was on the tapes, and there was even a confession made by Bryce that like, if you wanna, like, I think what he said was, if you wanna call it rape, you know. And then he's like, I think he's like, then everyone at this, every girl at this school wants to be raped. And then that's pretty much a confession of who he is. But because of all his money, and the lawyer didn't even have good arguments to begin with. I feel like she was just BSing and telling irrelevant questions in order to win the case, which I think is just any lawyer's job. But I just honestly hate how she didn't even understand what was going on, because she's so young and she doesn't know like what it could be like in high school. And Hannah really wasn't a very compelling character, and the way that they integrated her back into the show didn't really make sense to me, because is Clay crazy? Is he really talking to her? What's going on with this? Like, I wasn't really understanding it, and I still don't understand it, because it's like they were trying to rush this whole just get justice for Jessica, that they never explained other characters. Like, how is Clay being able to talk to her? You know, why is Chloe not coming out and coming forth with how Bryce raped her? Will they even get justice? Why was Bryce getting a shorter sentence than Justin? You know, like, why was there really no justice? You know, and they left it open for another season, but I'm really not expecting much from this, because the Hannah story is over. I feel like they're gonna more focus on Tyler's story now, more of him on the run, how he can't go back. Because if he does go back, you know, there's going to be big consequences. You know, there's really nothing you can do to prepare yourself to watch that scene, because it's insanely hard to watch. I'm not going to lie, it was insanely difficult to watch. More difficult to watch than the Hannah Baker suicide from the season finale of the first season. So yeah, like, I can't even imagine, like, that actually really happens, you know. I really hope that doesn't happen too often, but that's just the world we live in. We live in a world where people are not exactly nice to each other, and we should all be nice to each other. We should all be more understanding, you know. Sometimes people don't like jokes being made about them, and some people take that to heart, and usually that could be the reason for that, is because people start making jokes about other people, then rumors start spreading, then things start happening, and then the victim starts thinking that everyone in the world is against them. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about 13 Reasons Why, and how their whole plot is a bit jumbled and undercuts everything upon everything. But I do think that we can learn from the show, and how we should all be nicer to each other, and whoever's dealing with any sort of crisis, I'm going to put a link down to the 13 Reasons Why helpline that they always put on before and after every episode. Also, you guys talk to someone, you know. I've also dealt with bullying, just mainly because of the things I like, like, because people think stuff I like is kind of childish, like, superheroes and all that stuff. But everything that happens to you guys in high school, it won't even last very long, because the people that you think are popular, they're gonna keep living that whole mentality of high school because of how great it went for them. And everyone else just wants to grow. And that's why, give or take a couple years later, you see them, they're not doing that well because they don't want to grow up. They want to live in that world. And the whole point about high school is just a stepping stone of growing up, so yeah, like, these are my thoughts and my opinions. Leave a comment down below if you think differently, if you thought maybe there was reason to Hannah Baker's suicide, if those reasons on the tapes even make sense, or comment anything even. Thank you guys so much for watching. There's a couple clip videos that I'm going to be releasing, but I'm going to wait because they keep getting blocked worldwide, and I don't understand really, because I see a lot of videos about Deadpool, mainly Deadpool, like they're using actual clips from the movie that are not even released, and they're still up. And every time I post mine, which is the same amount of time as their videos, it keeps getting blocked. I really don't understand. Maybe it's because of the quality of the video, it looks way better than theirs. Or maybe it's just my title, maybe it's like an algorithm that's allowing them to see that video first. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to give it about a week. Watch out for my solo Star Wars story other clips I'll be recording, also talking about the movie and what I think. Explaining anything that has to deal with the future of Star Wars also. Yeah, so just watch out for those videos. I see a lot of views on my videos, and I'm not understanding why no one's subscribing, but if you guys can please subscribe, like, share, I really appreciate it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you on the flip side.